Bernie, you're killing me. It's been a busy week for old Comrade Sanders. With Touchy McPherson Joe Biden not being able to keep his hands or nose to himself, Sanders is now the one reaching out to grab the lead for the Democrat presidential nomination for 2020. And this week, not just this weekend at Bernie's, with full confidence and not a care for anyone but himself, old Sanders put forth some Whack-A-Doodle statements and ideas. So here are the top three. We begin with number 3. Bernie wants everyone to vote.
When we are in the White House, we will end the disgusting effort of Republican governors to try to suppress the vote. If you're 18 in America, you have the right to vote. End of discussion.
But it wasn't the end of the discussion. He really wants everyone to vote. If you are a felon serving out a prison sentence right now, Bernie says you should get to vote.
You're paying a price. You committed a crime, you're in jail. That's bad. But you're still living in American society and you have a right to vote. I believe in that. Yes, I do.
There are 2 states that do allow felons to vote while in prison. And would you believe it? It's Bernie's Vermont and then fellow lowly populated Maine. For the rest of the states, after you've served your time, there are rules in place as to how you get your voting rights back. Now imagine if voting while in prison went nationwide. That would give more than 1.5 million votes to presently incarcerated felons. And I wonder who they're going to vote for, Bernie. But that's what Sanders wants to do, make everything federalized so everyone is miserable together. And that includes stupid statement number 2 from this week, Medicare for all. Doesn't that sound lovely? Socialized medicine just doesn't have that same ring to it, so Bernie came out with a new healthcare plan, and it's worse than ever.
We are going to create a Medicare for all single-payer program. Healthcare is a human right, not a privilege.
And it's for all! So that's great. Basically, you don't have to pay premiums, co-pays, or deductibles, but you get free hospital services, doctor visits, mental health treatments, prescriptions, and dental and vision coverage. And remember, it's free, except for the cost of the $32.6 trillion price tag, which Bernie doesn't explain, but to say, tax on the extreme wealth. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. He probably just forgot. He's pretty old. Now let's add to the tax roll AOC's Green New Deal, which is about $93 trillion, plus free college, free housing, free pudding. Where are we getting this money?
I know we're going to have to dig deep, but we'll find a few.
Fear not, comrades. He won't be the one digging. That's far too much manual labor for him. This is the same man who got kicked out of a commune for being too lazy. Just think about that. And that rolls into, finally, but certainly not least, as you'll learn momentarily, the number 1 statement from Bernie this week, revealing just how brave he really is. I can't help but look to his honesty and his courage for announcing that he, Bernard Sanders, is a millionaire.
I wish I did not have to say that. But that is the damn truth, and we got to say it.
He said in an interview with the New York Times that soon he'll release his 10-year taxes, and they will reveal that he's worth more than, how much, Bernie? $1 million, making him part of his hated 1%. Bernie's actually been in the top 1% for a few years now, but shh, we're not supposed to tell the lefties that. This whole thing is something.
But it's a joke. I try. I don't have the world's greatest sense of humor.
And how did Bernie make his money? As he said, I wrote a best-selling book. If you write a best-selling book, you can be a millionaire too. Whoa, mind blown. But that's not how he actually got his millions. It came from us. Bernie has been paid by taxpayers for all of his adulthood, which for him basically began at the age of 40. He then used all that tax money to write his book that then makes him one of those despised millionaires.
So as your president, there will be nothing more important to me than taking on these extremely powerful people and ending this horrific level of income and wealth disparity we see in this country, a disparity which is now worse than any time since the 1920s.
There's good news, Bernie. Now that you know you're a millionaire, you can give it all away. If it disgusts you so much, you can give it to everyone else. Then quit the Senate, where you're currently making $174,000 every year, and go back to one of those 3 homes. Preach it, brother. Fight the system. Comrade Sanders doesn't really believe the words he speaks. He wants it both ways, to keep all his money and for everyone else to give up theirs. He can't tell the truth that he likes his millions and that capitalism works. He has to keep peddling his full socialist ways to get the votes, from the felons, the uninsured, and those who aren't millionaires. So will he get your vote? Until next time, stay healthy, America.